Hello and welcome to installment number 4 in 3-string riff of the week. So hopefully this song needs no introduction. It is of course Day Tripper by the Beatles. Iconic riff, works quite nicely on 3 strings, so winning combination. Hopefully not too tricky. Certainly the first version in open position is pretty easy, so great one to get your fingers round. And as with the other 3 that I've looked at so far, which were Iron Man and Back in Black and Walk This Way, we're looking at parts of it, not all of it. I'm keeping these a little bit shorter, so it means that I can keep them flowing, so I don't have like long hiatuses again, but also it means that you can get stuck into them and hopefully get something learned week on week, so you can build up a great little collection of things to play on your 3-string Cigar Box guitar. And also, as with the other 3, if you were to restring or get another guitar and tune it to EBE, then everything we're doing here, all the chords, all the riffs, all the fretboard positions will work perfectly along with the Beatles, so you can play along with the original recording. So let's get straight on with having a look at the tune. So here's the tuning notes. There's low G, there's middle D, and there's high G. So this is the first kind of non-heavy tune here, so you put a bit of gain on your amp, but you want to keep it fairly clean if you want it to sound roughly like the original. So the first riff sounds something like that. Open G, and then we're going to go to fret number 3 and fret number 4 of the bass strings. And then we're going to go to open middle D and open high G, and then finish on, just for the first half, it's what you call, it's over a 2-bar riff, so it lasts for 8 beats, and so that's the first bar finishing on fret 3 of the middle string. So we've got open low G, fret 3, fret 4 on the low G, open D, open high G, and then finish on fret 3 of the middle string. So I'm using, it sounds like that, and I'm using finger 2 on fret 3 and finger 3 on fret 4, and then I'm going to use finger 2 again on fret 3. And then to finish it off, the second bar, not as many notes here, we've got open, middle, D. And then finally, let's get the first finger in on the action. And that is playing fret 2 on the high string. And then the last 3 notes are open, middle, D, and fret 3 on the middle string, and finish on open, high G. Which looks like this. So we've got open low G, and then we've got fret 3, fret 4 on the bass string, and then we've got open D, open G, and then first half finishes with fret 3 on the middle string. The second half open D, first finger, fret 2 on the high string, and then open D, fret 3, open high G. So the first 3 tunes that we've looked at have had quite a lot of what you call 16th notes in them. This one doesn't. This is based around 8th notes, which are half beat notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get 8 of them in a bar. Except the first note is really long, so it lasts for 1.5 beats. And then we've got a bunch of half beat notes that carry it all the way through to the end of the bar. So it goes, that's for the first half. So it goes 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then in the second bar we don't actually come in until beat 2, so that note carries on over into beat 1, then it's 2 and then that carries on over just for half a beat, and it's and 4 and. So in total you've got 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So it's quite a fast tune, this one, 138 beats per minute, and so these half beat notes, these 8th notes, are quite quick. It's not necessarily the most technical, the most tricky out of all of the ones we've looked at, but they're quite quick. So I was using largely alternate picking. You can play it slightly differently. I'll show you how I was doing it and see how you get on with it. So what I'm basically doing is the strong beats on the 1, 2, 3, 4 are downs, and then the ups, the and the upstrokes are on the ands in between. So that would translate into down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So again, we've got that wrist movement, and we've got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So pretty sure that's George playing that one, George Harrison. He starts off the tune, and it goes around that 5 times for the intro, and the rest of the band eventually joins in, and then the verse starts, and it keeps playing that riff for a further 2 times along with the vocals. And then so it's a 2-bar riff, and so for the 3rd riff in the verse it changes key. So hopefully you can hear that's the same sounding riff, but it's all a step higher. So we're going to start that from little finger at fret 5. So that's a C. The first riff was starting off in G in this tuning. This is now a C. And then I'm going to step back and use frets 1 and 2 on the middle string, and then straight after that use the open high G. Middle, fret 1, fret 2, open high G, straight up to fret 5 on the high G, and then I'm going to finish with, I'm going to use the pinky, you can shift across with your 3rd, that's fret number 8 on the middle string. So that's the first half, that's the first bar. So it's fret 5, then it's 1, 2 on the middle string, open high G, straight to fret 5 on the high G, and then little finger or 3rd finger on fret 8 of the middle D. And then I'm going to use fingers, little finger, I'm going to use fingers 1 and 2. I'm going to land with my first finger, so it's quite a noticeable position shift. Make sure your thumb goes up. That's finger 1 on fret 5. There's finger 4, finger 3 on fret 8. And then to finish it off, we've got fret 5 on the middle string, that's first finger, fret 7 on the high G, that's third finger, back to this first finger on fret 5, fret 8, finish on fret 5 of the high G. So the second half of the riff is 5, 7, so middle, high, middle, 5, 8, and then high, fret 5. So this C riff, start with the pinky, fret 5, and then go to fret 1, fret 2 on the middle string, and then high G, step up finger 1, fret 5 on the high G. I'm using the pinky on fret 8 on the middle. And then finishing it off, fret 5, fret 7, middle, high, strings, middle, fret 5, fret 8, high, fret 5. This riff has got the same sound. You only actually play it once, I'm just repeating it. It's got the same sound and the same rhythm as the first one. So 5 times around the G riff for the intro. The verse is the G riff twice, that new C riff once only, and then back to the G for a final time. So it's 4 riffs in total for the verse, G, G, C, G. And then the chorus is I'm playing all these as power chords. So again, it's been loads of barring so far, so make sure you're clamping over. You can check out the fantastic complete beginner course for loads of bar technique, loads of picking technique and all the rest of it. But that's an A at fret 2. Distribute the weight across all 3 strings. Play there for a bit. You go up to fret 5, that's a C. Then you go to fret 4, which is a B. And then you go to 4, 2, 4, that is an E power chord, and then you finish on an open D. So that's 2, open middle D, 2. So I'll do the strumming for that in a minute. I'll just give you a quick demo, but it's basically, that's your sequence. It's four bars on this first one, this A, then it's 1 bar, and then it's 1 bar, and then it's 1 bar, and then it's 1 bar. And then you go around all of that again. You go back to your main riff, do another verse, do another chorus. There's a bridge, I'll show you that very quickly, which is open D. And it's fret 3, fret 4, so middle D string, then fret 3, fret 4, using fingers 1 and 2. Jump right up to fret 7, undo a little bar with my first finger, play across middle D, high G. I'm using my pinky on fret 10, and then I'm going 7, 9, 7, 10, 7. Same rhythm as the other 2. That was the part of the demo where I broke into the little solo, which we'll leave. So you can just do that, I think 6 times for the bridge if you wanted to play along with the original. So like I said, the original is 138, so this is about half speed. And so I'm going to just ignore the intro. I'm going to play the verse and then the chorus, and I'll jump straight into the bridge just so you can hear that. But it's not quite the proper structure. You'll have to listen to the song to get that. So 3, 4. Same again. C. Back to G. This is the A, fret 2. So at this point, there's some really nice vocal harmonies, so it really carries the song, brings it to life. There's the C, there's the B, and then change the shape. There's the E, There's the D. And then here's the bridge riff. Same rhythm as the others, quite a radical position shift. Get your thumb up as well. Do that 6 times. Okay, that's it. So have fun learning the tune, and I will see you here again very soon for another riff of the week here on Code Tuition. So watch this space.